Hello everyone and once again welcome to WSQ Tech. Myself Umar Taskir. Guys, in this particular video we are going to talk about some other very important elements of on-page SEO. Those are title, right? So we are going to understand how we should write our title for SEO or how we should write SEO optimized title. Then we are going to discuss how can we write description for search engine optimization point of view. So let's start and discuss what are these two important elements and how these should be written, right? So listen very carefully. The title tags are an HTML found in the head section of an HTML code of your web page. So if you are on your web page, you just press Control plus U and you can see the code. You can see the HTML code of your web page. Then just search, like you can press Control plus F, find, and then type title, right? Just click find and type title. There you will be seeing some code like this, and the head one, the opening head tag, the closing head tag, the title tag. You'll see title tag, something like that, and your title will be present over here. So let me also tell you where you can see the title. The title tags are actually seen, or the titles are actually seen on the search engine result pages, right? Like this, right? You can see these green boxes. So these are the title tags. Also, the title tags are visible on the tab of your web page. So whenever you open your web page in any browser, you just move your cursor to the tab. There you can see your title is present over there. So title are generally seen at two locations. One is into the search engine result pages. You can see the title, and this one over here is the description. This is the page, right? The web page which is ranking over here, and this one is the title, right? So now let's talk about some important elements with respect to title, right? So the length of title should be somewhere around 50 to 60 characters. But if you'll search on Google, and you will come across so many titles, you will be seeing something like this also, right? The title over here is present, and you'll be seeing dots, right? So this actually happens when you use title of more than 60 characters. So you just have to avoid this thing. This is not user friendly, this is not crawler friendly, so you have to avoid this thing. You have to keep your titles, let me write over here, you have to keep your titles length under 60 characters, just to avoid this kind of thing, right? Because it is not user friendly. I mean, this is not convincing user to click, because it is not complete, right? So you have to avoid this thing. Then the second thing is keywords, where we have to put the keywords in the in our title tag. So the best practice is using keywords in the first 25 to 40% of the title. So for example, if you are having a title which contains 9 words, then it is advisable that you put your keywords in first 3 words. You okay, fine, you just have to put your keyword in first 3 words. The first 3 words of your 9-word title should contain your keyword, and that will be somewhere around 30%, right? So you can follow these things, but the best practice is using the keywords in the first 25 to 40%, right? So that is where you actually keep your keywords, and the length should be somewhere between 50 to 60 characters of your title. Now, there are some other elements also, which says that you should use unique titles. Unique titles is like you cannot use same title for each of your web page on your website. Each of your web page should contain a unique and a very different kind of title, which should relate with the content of that particular web page, right? So you have to go very unique. Then you can use the actionable words, which are also called as call to action words. Call to action words in your title, just because you want to increase your CTR, right? So whenever someone looks at your title and they get convinced by the title, they are going to click on that. So these are the convincing words, these are the call to action kind of words, these will increase your CTR. So if you are using these kind of words in your title and your website ranks, look at this, if your website ranks, then these kind of words which are present in your title can convince the user that okay, this title is great. So you might find whatever you are looking for on internet. So I mean, you can easily convince them, and they'll be clicking on the title, they'll be clicking on this result, and will be coming to your website. So it will increase the CTR if you are going to use these kind of very powerful words, powerful keywords in your title, right? So these can be get, take, boost, learn, make, go, and even you can use some numbers also. Right, let me give an example. For example, 10 strategies to rank in 2020. So you can use these kind of numbers also within your title, right? This will basically increase your CTR. Now let's come to next thing, which is titles and branding. Within titles, many companies or the many SEO persons are also using branding. So I have taken the example from the wooden handicraft industry over here. So if you are going to type like wooden furnitures in Google, you will be seeing so many results related to wooden furniture websites, and there you will be experiencing that in within the title people also use their brand. So it does not have to do anything, it does not have to do anything with the rankings, right? It is not like a keyword, it's not like the anything. So it doesn't do anything with ranking it, but the important thing is that you are putting your brand in front of the people, right? So this is another very important thing that you have to look after, right? So if you want to grow your brand, if you want to place your brand in front of the people, then you should start using these kind of strategies. So titles can also contain the branding words. Then we'll be coming to the second part of this particular video, which is description. The character length of description is somewhere around 155 to 160 characters, and it actually describes what is there in your web page. So in a very simple word, in a very simple sentence, the description is a summary that describes the content of your web page. Fine. So you can see in the search results, you are seeing the description below your title, right? Below your title. So this is the description, and this also helps you to increase the CTR. The more convincing the description is, the more people are going to click on this particular result, and they'll be coming to your website. So it will be increasing your CTR. So you have to use your keywords and everything over here, right, for the SEO point of view also, and from the user's perspective also. So the meta description will also often appear when people share your article across the other websites and social channels. So for example, here you can see the image. Here is an example that if someone shares your website on their social media, what happens is something which is very similar to this thing will show up in their profile. So as soon as they are going to share their as soon as they are going to share your website on their profile, what will happen over there, you can see the description is present over here. So you have to make sure that it should be convincing, because it can appear on other social media profiles also if they are sharing your website and all those things, right? So you have to keep this thing also in your mind. Then what should we use in our description, what kind of element should be present in the description? We can use keywords, right? The keywords that we have shortlisted before, or the keywords on which we are looking to rank our web page. There should be legible, readable copy, right? It should be readable, it should be user friendly. You should not use many complex words, or this should not contain any complexity. It should be readable, right? User friendly, basically. Treat it as the advertisement of your web page. It is very important thing. The length should be somewhere around 135 to 160 characters. I have written over here it should be around 155 to 160, but you always have some kind of a scope. So I have basically expanded the window. Now it's like 135 to 160 characters long. Consider using rich snippets. This is again a very important thing. You should use rich snippets within your description. Now here is an example. Now what we have studied so far in last 4 to 5 videos is that we have to use our keywords in title, we have to use our keywords in description, we can find our keywords, or we have to use our keywords in the URLs also. Now I have made a query over here which is like best burgers in Delhi. So I made this query, best burgers in Delhi. Now you just look at this particular result, right? Now let us audit on these parameters, that whether the keyword is present in all those elements of the on page or not. So best burgers in Delhi is the keyword that we are searching for, right? This is basically the keyword, or you can say that it is the query which is made by the user. Now this particular query is, or the keyword is present in the title. Fine. So it is present over here. The brand name is also present over here, right? So they are using the brand name. Fine. And the length is also very appropriate. You can see there are no dots. So they are following the basics. They know the basics of the SEO. Now when you see the URL, I have written this URL over here for your clarity, you can see Best Burgers Delhi. Now they are using the keywords. They are using the keywords in their URL also. So they are meeting this parameter also. Now let us check for the description. These places do the best burgers. You can see Best Burgers over here, burgers in Delhi. So they are using their keywords in the description also. They are using their keywords in the title. They are using their keywords in the URL. So they are basically following the basics. So this is a very important thing. You can see. I mean, you can note it from here that whenever I am searching Best Burgers in Delhi, what kind of result is popping up, what kind of results I am able to see, and whether they are following the basic SEO or not. And when you are going to click on this particular result, the web page that you will be redirected to will also contain the keywords or the queries very similar to Best Burgers in Delhi, right? So they are doing the SEO. That is why they are on the first page. Now there's another example that I have searched meta description, right? And this is again a very popular keyword, and the website which is ranking over here, moz.com, they are very old website, so it is obvious for them to rank, right? They do have good authority, everything, right? And they have a lot of content on their website. They have a lot of visitors on their website. So there is an automatic signal to the Google search engine that, okay, this is the most trusted website or one of the most trusted websites for this particular query. So they are ranking this query. But still, the factors that we know, we have to check that all these factors they are following or not. All these guidelines they are following or not. Let's check this. And you can also try this by your own end. So you can also try this from your side, right? You can just search for meta description and see what kind of results you are getting. So let us evaluate this thing, or let us check this thing, that whenever I am searching meta description, I am getting the result from moz.com, and the keyword is present here in the title, okay, and they are also using their brand name. The keyword is present in this URL. You can see meta description is present in the URL. The meta description, you can see, okay, let me remove this so that it become more clear to you. Meta description is present in the very starting, right? It is present in the very starting of the description also over here. So they are using meta description 2 times in their description, right? But the important thing is the elements that we have discussed, the concept that we have discussed are important from title perspective and are important from description perspective. The Moz is basically following them. So it is important to go for the basics. You cannot ignore the basics. All these things that we have discussed is like keyword should be there in the title, keyword should be there in the description, keyword should be there in the URL. So keyword, I mean, it is not necessary that keyword should be there in the URL, but there are the guidelines. If you are putting, then it's okay, right? It's okay, and it's a great thing. You are following some of the best practices which are recommended by Google, right? So if you are sticking yourself to basics only, right? If you are doing the basics very well, actually do not need to go for very advanced things in the very beginning, right? You do not have to worry about so many advanced things, so many advanced SEO, the log files and every very advanced concepts in the very beginning. You just have to stick yourself to the basics. First complete your basics, first evaluate your basics, that your basics are perfect or not. The basic recommendations given by Google, are you following those recommendations or not? So you have to look for those things in the beginning, then you have to go for the advanced thing. And the main purpose of showing you these kind of example was to make you realize that the big brands, the companies who are ranking in the top of the search engine result pages, or on the first page of the Google, are basically following the basics, right? They are following the fundamentals of search engine optimization that I have already taught you, right? So that's it for this particular video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.